Welcome back to Unplugged, presented to you by DraftKings. The crown is yours. Today we got a special episode. We're out here in LA, teaming up with Meta and Threads to sit down and have a great conversation with the head of Threads, Connor Hayes, and then also a friend of the program, Kendrick Perkins. Make sure you guys tap in and enjoy. What an honor to be your guys' first live Threads pod, which is super dope. Shout out Meta. Thank you everyone for being here. Some of the top content creators on Threads are in here, and I'm just letting you know now, let's work. Whoever you are, wherever you are, let's do some stuff together. We're really excited to be on Threads and doing Threads and, again, host this event today. Perk, welcome, man. How are you, bro? You good?
Oh, you talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
No, I'm just saying, Matt, you hit me with the corporate, like.
Yeah, how you doing, bro?
Welcome, bro.
Yeah.
You want to know what's up, little bro?
Yeah.
What's happening?
I just wanted to set that up because I'm about to get into that side. I think you guys get to see ESPN Perk, but when Perk is with us, Perk is a different animal. Kendrick motherfucking Perkins is what they call him on our show because him and Vernon Maxwell are tied for the most motherfuckers you could say in one episode at like 817 each in one episode. Perk, what up, man? How's everything?
Man, I'm good, man. I appreciate y'all having me, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. It's always good when I get with you two.
Yeah,
you know
we want to plug you in, meet the Meta family and the Threads family to, brighten your horizons a little bit.
It was a pleasure to meet Connor. I didn't know,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
That's the boss man right there. And he's a big fan of you.
It runs deep now.
Yeah, that Celtic green. First of all, congratulations. I think it was last year you signed your new ESPN deal. What has that been? Or it's this year, right? Earlier this year? Or was it last year?
Yeah, it was last year.
Okay, but how's that been going?
I mean, it's, I'm grateful. I'm going to say that. It's been a grind, you know what I mean?
They got you all over. You go all over the TV.
You go work at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. So you go work, but I'm blessed though because, it opened up a lot of other doors and a lot of opportunities that you could take advantage of, right? And, to be honest, as guys like yourselves, you, Stak, Jalen Rose, who really opened the door for former players to come in and be themselves, right? And then you realize that you meet so many people and sit in so many rooms, right? And have so many relationships. I think, one of my biggest regrets as a player, and we all go through this, when we playing basketball, when we hooping, we don't give a fuck about nothing else, right? It's just about hooping. We may pass people up, they may give us their business cards, we keep it moving and we don't know where their business cards are. Now we're in this space, more people see us. Now those business cards actually mean something.
They're going in the wallet.
They going in the wallet and damn it, a text message going out the next morning. It was a pleasure meeting you, and then all of a sudden you developing those relationships, and I think that's the best thing that didn't happen for me being in this media space.
Two-part question. What is the best part about working at ESPN, and what is the toughest part about working at ESPN?
I think the best part about it is, again, the visibility. The visibility, right? The visibility comes more opportunity, something I just harped on. That's the best part about it. You can't never take that part for granted. The hard part about it is finding that balance, right? Because we're in the media space now where, so many players have platforms, right? And I catch myself at times when I'm on ESPN, I look across the desk, and there's no disrespect to nobody, but I'm the only motherfucking player up there. So at times when I may speak about a certain situation or I may speak about something that if it was a player, they'd be like, I know exactly what you're talking about. But then since it's not a player and there's no knock to them, it's almost like I'm speaking a foreign language, right? And so I think that's the most difficult part at times is not being able to share and be able to tell stories and be able to tell certain things that certain people could relate to you about, right?
And in certain situations, experience is the only thing that that you can teach through, in certain situations. So to have that experience If you don't have it, then it's kind of hard there because experience is very, you know what I'm saying? Very few people have that experience to have that conversation with.
And it's crazy because we, like the other day I was talking about the Oklahoma City Thunder and how young they are, and I threw out the word sacrificing. And like I overemphasized it. I'm like, people talk about sacrificing in the locker room, but that shit hard as hell to do, and especially for a young team, because after you win the championship, man, you think you was the reason why. Everybody in the locker room think they was the reason. 2008, I came back in 2009, you couldn't told me I wasn't the reason, right? You couldn't tell me I wasn't the shit, and everybody feel that way. So when you watch a young team like OKC and you watch the talent that they have, bro, they never have bad body language. You don't see no one hating on nobody. We know SGA is the go-to guy. And you see a guy like A.J. Mitchell come in while Jalen Williams hurt. He's starting. Probably prove to the rest of the world that he should be a starter. J-Dub come in, he go to the bench, it keeps him moving. You don't find that nowhere. And I played on the team with James and KD and Russ and Serge. The biggest downfall of that team was the sacrificing part. So it's just like when I throw it out, it's like, that's kind of dry. It's like, nah, it's kind of real.
Buying in is different. You know what I'm saying? Teams that win, everybody buy in. Everybody on the same page. You said something on ESPN recently, and I agree with you, but I want you to kind of explain it. You said Shedeur Sanders is the most powerful black man in America since Barack Obama. Explain that.
I meant it too, Steve. Stak, I meant that shit with every bone in my body, because what I started to realize is that when he went, not the second game that he was announced to start, it was the game before that.
The Raider game?
The Raider game.
The Raider game?
And so what I realized was when Shedeur Sanders, this is the first thing, when Shedeur Sanders is playing, all beef stops at that moment, right? It's the first time that you actually could go on social media, X, Instagram, TikTok.
Threads.
What up, Threads, right? Yeah, absolutely, Threads. I was gonna say it, he beat me to it, you know what I mean? So you go on there, right, and it's nothing but positive vibes. I can't name one guy besides Acho, that's you and this beef, not mine.
Hey, he's so desperate. Have you seen him respond? He's responded 3 times. He's so desperate right now. But go ahead.
I know you go. I know it. Yeah, but so it's the first time that I've seen where it's like, man, everybody in the black community is rooting for this guy. And that when I said it, I looked at the comments and it was like, I don't ever go in the comments, because you go in the comments, you might catch yourself arguing all day with certain people, right?
I got time.
I don't mind that sometimes.
And so it's like you see people that's like all races, and they're saying, I just bought my 73-year-old grandmother watched Shedeur. And it's like, name me a person that didn't have that type of effect on anybody. And so people don't understand. It's like people are rooting for a guy that was a 5th round pick. It's only one guy that has on that team that's top 50 in jersey sales. That's Shedeur, right? And so, and he kills you in his interviews because he has that balance of being arrogant, flashy, which I'm cool with because he put the work in. You know what I mean? If you shine, put it in their face. But then he also killed them with the, I want to give all praise to God. Yeah. And it hurt their soul because they want him to take the bait. They throw the rod out there, he never do. He never throw his coach under the bus. So when I think about,
I think that coach needs to be thrown off the bus, but go ahead.
I think
under the bus.
His ass should have been fired. Yeah, he should have been fired. But that's what I say. I mean, like, real talk. You know, y'all showed up to the game.
Yeah, we went.
Y'all was there.
Yeah, it was
like
good.
People showing up. Bro, think about it. They just played the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns just played, who was that?
Tennessee
Titans. Tennessee Titans, I believe, was 1-8. The Browns was fucking 3-8. And everybody and their mama was watching that game. Mm-hmm. If Shedeur wasn't playing, nobody was watching that shit. And it was sold out in Cleveland.
Mm-hmm. You know something too? Shedeur is doing what we wish our president would do, bring people together. I think that's the biggest thing he's doing. Like you talk about all races, everybody's rooting for him. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody see him not getting a fair shot. You know what I'm saying? Why, we don't know. But at the end of the day, he's doing something we wish everybody was doing. That's bringing people together.
I love it. Jack, give everyone a walk down memory lane of how you and Perk know each other. What's your guys' history?
Yeah, so real short, we grew up, our hometowns are 10 minutes from each other, Port Arthur and Beaumont. We're the only two to have, our high school coach is the only high school coach in Texas to have two guys go out of high school and both be NBA champions. We both came out of high school with the same basketball coach, and his wife is from my hometown. So when he was in high school, my coach asked me to come in and mentor him, and he's been like a big little brother, you know what I'm saying, for the last 20 years. So I'm so proud of him, bro, and I'm just happy you having all the success you have.
He giving y'all the short version. It's longer than that.
It's way longer than that.
It's Stak pulling up. We was tripping. I was in the 10th grade. Stak pulled up to the gym, came in, and we like, this Steve Jackson. Like Steve Jackson, he like no Hollywood stuff. Come in. We only had a bench press and a super cat. Y'all remember the super cat?
Yeah.
Thing we thought gave us hops, but it really just fucked up our back.
I just had back surgery.
And Stak come in, he go through the whole workout, man, and ever since then we've been tied together like shoelaces. And I just remember doing that championship run with the Spurs. We drove down there, man, they was in the heat. Yeah, we went to the game a few times. We actually went to one out here in L.A. We went down to San Antonio, man, and it's been a beautiful thing to watch Steve go through his journey, because people don't know, like from the overseas part. I remember when you had your workout when we was in New Jersey. I was at the ABCD camp. I think Mike Brown worked you out at that time. Stak threw up, but he got through it. Next thing I know, he was signed. The journey was back on.
He had to cut his night short to make that morning training session.
On a lot of drugs.
Yeah.
Yes, I was.
What kind of monster was Perk in high school, Stak?
Well, just imagine everybody on the court is 6'5", 6'6", and half of them can't dribble or shoot. But you got a 7-foot guy, 270 pounds, that can dribble, shoot, do everything. I think that's why he was able to go out of high school, because the things he was doing. See, people didn't see his game before he got to the NBA. He got to the NBA and did what made him a professional, what made him great.
Sacrifice.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. He did the things to make his teams better. But if you would have seen him in high school, he was playing point guard as the biggest person on the court, bringing it up and down. In the summertime, I tell you, when he got into the league, he had KD, James, all the guys on his team come down to play pickup. And my brother was still alive then. He dunked on KD that day. But
did he?
Yes,
Yeah, bro.
Drop step. He blocked KD's dunk.
He blocked
KD's dunk.
Okay.
Yeah, but around that time, I was just excited to see him, because it wasn't nobody that size doing what he was doing. And in pickup, you would see what he really could do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was just excited to see that. But he had everything in this game, and when you can put a lot of things and things you want to do on the court aside for the betterment of your team, that says a lot about you. And it's not easy for me to understand that, because he's the same way as a human being.
This is a random thought, forgive me, but obviously this is a basketball community and basketball threads. If you guys ever want to see some real basketball outside of what you see on TV, go to Pickup. Watch Pickup basketball. Go to UCLA or go to some of these gyms in the summertime and see guys you're like, oh shit. Like probably what Jack is explaining now, how Perk was. Because when you get to the league, there's just a pecking order, and certain guys that can do certain shit, and if you don't conform to what they make you or try to turn you into, you're gonna be out the league. But pickup ball is a whole nother monster, because there's no coaches, there's no rules, and you really get to show your game. So for you real basketball fans in here in the summertime, check out pickup basketball in LA, nothing like it. Perk, obviously you were able to go straight to the league out of high school. They've since axed that rule. What is your thought on possibly bringing it back, or do you still think the kids need 1 year out of college, or 1 year removed from high school before they can go in the draft?
What is the 1 year doing?
Nothing.
Like seriously, what is the 1 year doing? Like real talk, what is the 1 year doing? I would rather a guy be able to get drafted out of high school and go to the NBA and sit on the bench for a year and learn the ins and outs, because those guys still have to adjust once they get to the NBA. We saw what happened with Cooper Flagg. Now, he was asked to have a bigger role because he stepped into a situation as a #1 pick The last time we seen that was with Tim Duncan, where you actually, because Dallas was considered a contender. They just didn't, they wasn't healthy, but it's still taking time for him, right? It's still taking time for a lot of these guys to learn the game at the NBA level. So I'm with it, man. I just don't understand it. I don't understand what is the 1 year doing. Like what you going to college for 1 year to say that they're developing at what? And no one can answer that question. No one can answer the question why they made the rule, right? No one still to this day gave us any explanation on why they decided to take it away.
It's the NCAA, but it's also the same body that allows 27 and 28-year-olds to play with 17 and 18-year-olds in college.
That's what I'm saying.
What's
You can go to war. You can go fight for the country at 18, but you can't take care of your family. That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. So you got everything. You got overseas, they starting at 13, 14. I mean, I just don't understand it. I don't understand it, and I think they need to go back to it. We see what's the kid, AJ DeBouncer, what he's doing right now. I think
tough.
The kid, Darian Peterson, he'll be ready to hoop right now.
It's a culture thing.
Yeah.
Huh?
It's a culture thing.
One of the Boozer boys, Caleb Williams,
Yeah,
there's a handful
yeah,
of boys that
absolutely.
could make a jump right now.
Yeah, so why wouldn't you be in getting a head start early?
You were still drafted in a time where there were rookie duties. Jack got a free pass. If you guys haven't heard the story, Kenyon Martin was his guy, so Jack didn't have to do shit for
Whipping
rookie
ass.
duties. But you were drafted in 03 to a team with Paul Pierce, my dog, Ricky Davis, Vin Baker, Club Shiznit. What was your rookie year duties like? And tell us a little bit about Club Shiznit.
Y'all want the honest truth? The unfiltered part of it?
Yeah.
I mean, man, where do I start? I know the first thing that I realized is that before we left to go on the trip, that I needed to keep a pack of Newports,
Who's smoking
cigarettes.
Newports?
I can't snitch now. You know what I'm saying? I can't snitch, man. But
That had to be an old dude.
I had to keep a pack of Newports and some type of Heineken or some type of beer, because people see behind the scenes now, but y'all remember
Back then.
the game was over.
Everybody
In the
was
back
just-
in the locker room while you
Beer.
icing, it was beer. You
Beer.
was drinking a bottle of beer. That's just what it was. So the craziest thing though, and it was my second year, is when we got GP, Gary Payton. And man, it was so crazy because I was like, hell yeah, man, I'm finally done with these fucking rookie duties. I ain't got to do this shit no more. And he was like, oh no, you still a rook. You a rook until you play your first NBA game. And I was like, I didn't know that. And he was like, nah, you're mine. So he had a few rules. The first rule was, GP, he always wore those damn Dickie suits.
So he's talking about Gary Payton, if y'all
Gary
know who
Payton,
GP is.
he wore those Dickie suits. He had the gray, he had the blue, he had the black, he had the white, he had all this shit. And
Creased up too?
Yeah, well, I had to iron it.
Oh, you had to
on
crease
the
him
road.
up.
So yeah, I had to iron
the
it.
hell outta
So he
here.
would, as we walking on the plane, he would hand me his bag and was like, yeah, handle your business. He had literally called down to the front desk where I couldn't send it to the cleaners. So he made me actually iron it. So I had to put creases in there. But the craziest thing he done, so we land in Milwaukee. I think I told y'all this story. I probably didn't. We land in Milwaukee, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. We just got through playing, I believe maybe it was in Chicago or one of them cities. And GP was like, he used to call me ugly. I don't know why. Hey, ugly. He called everybody ugly, but he called me that. Hey, ugly. I'm like, man, what's up, man? Man, I need a bottle of Patron. Now, I'm 19, so I'm like, man, what the fuck I'm going to get a bottle of Patron at 2 o'clock in the morning, right? But he dead serious. So I'm like, I go to the club, found a club in Milwaukee, a bar that was open, and they're giving me problems because it's 21 to get in, right? So I'm 19. So now I gotta pay the bouncer like $500 to let me in. Then I gotta ask him, now I'm on my rookie deal, so everything mattered to me at this point. I'm counting all my per diem and everything. So I'm like, hey man, hey bro, what the owner at, bro? Like, they don't really know who I am because I'm not getting any playing time at this point. So I'm not, they don't know who the fuck I am.
You just
so
big and black
it's
to
just,
them.
Yeah, just big and black and 6'10" walking in there. And so I'm like, hey, bro, what on there, man? So get the owner. I'm like, hey, bro, listen. I'm Kendrick Perkins. I play for the Celtics. I'm here. Gary Payton sent me, I gotta get a bottle of Patron. So the tax coming with that, right? So he like, look, I'll give you the bottle of Patron, man, and everything for like $800. So I'm like, $800? So I'm like, damn. I'm like, but I gotta get it. Yeah. And he let me bring it out. So I get the bottle of Patron. I get back to the hotel. So at this time, it ain't no lifts. It's not Ubers. Ubers. I'm in a taxi. So I got to wait on the taxi. First of all, I'm getting in the taxi outside the club. The club popping, I'm getting in the taxi. That's the first embarrassing moment, okay? With the bottle of Patron. So I get back to the hotel. I go knock on his door. He opens the door and tell me, appreciate you, ugly, and close it. No reimbursement, no tipping, no none of that shit, bro. I was so hot, and he still haven't gave me my money or a tip for that shit. If I bring it up to him to this day, he gonna just laugh about it and be like, man, you my guy, but damn.
Oh, shit.
So, yeah.
GP.
Here's a question. If you walked into a stash house full of $20 million, how much would you steal?
That's the question Matt Damon and Ben Affleck have to answer in Netflix's new movie, The Rip. They play a team of Miami cops alongside Tiana Taylor, Steven Yeun, Catalina Sandino Moreno, Kyle Chandler, and Sasha Calle, all trying to decide, are they the good guys or the bad guys?
This movie is an edge-of-your-seat thrill ride the entire time.
Keeping you guessing till the very end.
Don't miss The Rip, only on Netflix on January 16th.
So you're thinking about upgrading to the all-new iPhone 17 Pro? Designed to be the most powerful iPhone ever? While you're also thinking about the traffic on the way to the store or transferring all your data? Well, good news. When you order your new phone online with Boost Mobile, they'll send an expert to your home or work to deliver your new iPhone 17 Pro to get you all set up within minutes. No hassle. Visit boostmobile.com to get started. Delivery available for select devices purchased at boostmobile.com. Terms apply.
Let us put you on some game for the holiday season. We're rocking with StockX for all our shopping, and you should too.
They have access to all the releases we want. No matter if it's Travis's, Jordan's, or even some drip. StockX got it all.
And they blessed us both with some kicks, so let's see what we got.
Boom, bam, bing, bang, pow. You go first, brother.
Thanks, since I got the fancy box.
Yeah, you got the fancy box.
Ooh. Lows. These are Zion's, right?
Yeah.
Zion's collab?
Purple Passion. Those are fire, bro.
These are dope.
Those are super fire.
They know I'm a ones fan. The Zion 1 collab, Jordan lows. Everyone, I got some ones on now. Everyone knows these are my favorite. These are dope. I like the colors. I got an outfit I could already see myself in these with. So yeah, we got them. Make sure you guys go to StockX to get yourself some. Appreciate you guys, man.
Yeah. Let's see what they got for me though. I like super drippy. We definitely going Supreme though. We going Supreme. Well, let me show you what this is. This is some Supreme.
Supreme Timbos, the Wheat Boys, huh?
Talking about.
I never seen you in Timbs. You rock Timbs?
Yes, I do.
I never seen you in Timbs.
I just haven't had a reason to because I've been always on the West Coast.
Those are dope.
But yes, Supreme Timberlands is crazy. These are fire. Timberland Supremes, StockX. Appreciate you. You did it.
StockX is where sneaker and streetwear culture meet. Plus, their market data lets you know exactly what everything is worth, so you can get in where you fit in for the holidays.
Trust me, hitting up StockX.com for your holiday shopping is the best move. StockX, now you know.
Looking around the NBA, OKC, your former ball club, the team you came in with, what are your thoughts on just this team? I think we touched on it obviously, but can you compare and contrast kind of your young team to this younger team?
I can't.
Can't. Nothing similar,
I can't.
Nothing is the same.
I can't. That team play for each other. I can't compare the two.
That was one of your guys' issues.
Yo, that team right there plays for each other. They play for one another. It means something to them that each one of those guys to be successful, they want each other to be successful. I'm looking at this team, man, and Devin Booker had like something to say like 2 weeks ago about this squad, right? He was like, we figured out the secret sauce. This is before last night game. And I'm
The
like,
last night game when they lost by 40?
50.
Oh.
And I was saying to myself, what the fuck is the secret sauce? So he was like, all they do is this, this, and this. And I'm like, they got on the floor last night and gave them a spanking, man. First of all, I believe that they're going to beat the Warriors record. They're 73-9, they're going to beat that. I just never seen a team in my lifetime that is stacked with that many two-way players.
Yeah. Both sides of the ball.
Both sides of the ball, especially at the perimeter. Now, we done seen some elite teams played on some, won championship. I haven't seen, especially at the perimeter, when you look at it, it's like Lou Dortz, Alex Caruso, Cason Wallace, Jalen Williams, the kid A.J. Mitchell. He's an elite defender both ways. Hell, SGA even defend at a high level. And I'm like, it's no drop-off, right? And so I'm looking at SGA. SGA giving me Michael Jordan type vibes, man. He giving me Jordan type vibes. And when I say that, it's because Jordan, not only would he give your ass 30, but it was on 50% shooting. SGA is leading the league in made two-point jump shots. 91% of his shots is contested.
God damn.
He is shooting 56% from the field, dog. 56%. It's big men who don't finish the season shooting 50% from the field.
And all they do is dunk.
And all they do is dunk and layups. He is shooting 56%, 45% from three. Now, I wouldn't say he's giving me Michael Jordan vibes just because it's 25. No, this has been the last 3.5 seasons that he's averaged 30 and shot over 52% from the field on step back and two-point jump shots. And I'm like, man, and he's not slowing down. And I'm sitting up here saying, name me another guy that was doing it at this level at 6'6". Not because of the athleticism, I ain't comparing him to that, but I'm talking about when it comes down to getting a bucket, shit.
That boy's tough. Presti, a beautiful mind, what he's been able to do with this organization, the way he's been able to accumulate assets and picks and all kinds of different things. You got any cool behind the doors, closed door story you could tell us about Sam?
I got a few. So,
my guy.
But yeah, Sam, my guy. Sam, then look, Sam. It took the best thing that happened for Sam was that he lost KD and James. But when he lost James, it made Sam change, right? And it made him adapt. That was the best thing that happened to Sam Presti. Because remember, when I got to OKC, it was different. It was like Sam Presti was running that shit the Spurs way, right? So like, shit, I may say on Twitter at the time or social media, I was getting called in the principal office, stuff like that. But he has changed with time, and I think that helped him. And now he got what he got. But behind the scenes story, so I had got in trouble outside a nightclub during my 10-year class reunion in Houston. I got in a fight.
Surprise.
Yeah, I got in a fight. So, you know, at 10-year class reunion, you're feeling yourself, you know, you're doing all this shit. So we get in the fight. I don't know anything. I go to training camp. We go to Turkey.
I wasn't there that night.
Huh? You wasn't there that night. Now, me and Steve got
because we got a couple.
We got a couple of them together. So I go to Turkey. We go to Turkey for training camp, and when we landed back in the States, the security guy named Flash, he come up to me like, hey, look, before you get off the plane, you got a warrant out for your arrest. And I'm like, what? So I didn't know the people that went press charges or whatever. Anyway, go through the whole thing, go to court, case get dismissed or whatever. So I was like top 3 in the league in technical fouls. At this point, Sam think I got a real problem. Like, he really think I got a real problem. And so he comes to me after the season, he said, you know I care about you, right? And I said, yeah. He said, well, I need you to do something for me. And I was like, well, what's up? He was like, I know it's May, but in middle of June, starting in the middle of June, all the way up to the first week of September, I need you from 8 to 5 every Monday through Friday to be in Kansas City at this anger management place, right?
Damn.
And I was like, man, I ain't gotta do that shit, in my mind, right? That's what I'm saying. I ain't doing that, man. Like, and he was like, but I'm serious. And the serious part was like, I ain't about to be tolerating your bullshit type serious, right? So I went, and it was the best thing that ever happened to me in my life.
Really?
Because it got me to a mode of, one, how to control myself. Not like I had anger issues, but I got a chance to meet a lot of great people.
And you've been through a lot.
Yeah, and I got a chance to meet a lot of great people. And when I say great people, I got a chance to meet doctors, anesthesiologists that were in there that were reported because, in the medical field, if you abuse your power, you get too many write-ups, they send you there. And it was a nice facility, but it helped me out in so many ways. And I remember when I came back, I walked into Sam's office, and he just started crying.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, Press, you good? He was like, man, that was a test. Because if you wouldn't have done it, I was going to trade your ass. Damn. And I didn't really want to. And you did it. That showed me that you committed and that you really care about how I feel about you.
That's dope.
And right there was like a real moment.
That's beautiful.
Sam learned from the best. He was a video guy when I was in San Antonio. Mm-hmm. And I congratulated him on Instagram when they won the championship. He sent me a long message about how a lot of people didn't respect him when he was coming up with the Spurs, but I always gave him the respect and I always talked to him. So I'm happy that he's having the success he has.
Me too. Hey, and look, people don't know. People see the clean cut Sam on TV. Sam a dog now. He want to win. He got a competitive nature about him behind the scenes.
I love
so
that.
yeah.
We got anything over there for hot takes from the Threads throne? Who got a hot take for us? Better not be no bullshit.
We'll see. Hi, I'm Latoya from Girl Talk Sports, community for women who love sports. Find me on Threads at girl.
Shout out to ladies.
Shout out. Find me on Threads at girl_talks_sports. So I'm a whole immigrant, and my hot take is Team World is going to dominate the NBA All-Star.
Perk, I'm gonna let you take that first, Perk.
I actually agree with
Me too. You're right.
it wasn't.
All right.
I'm like, shit, I actually agree with it. I'm like, I was thinking about this the other day. I'm like, they starting five is Jokic, Giannis, Luka, SGA, and Wemby.
Stupid.
Shit, I actually agree.
Well, there you go. You won your hot take. Ding, 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 ding,
Easy.
ding.
That was easy.
Yeah.
Give it up for her real quick.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? I'm Victoria, aka Baby V. My hot take is, do you think that the league is just no longer taking pride in defense? Because I feel like every night someone's scoring 50, 60, 70, and we're celebrating it, but I feel like we're forgetting a whole other half of the team. Like, you don't see a 2004 Pistons vibe out here anymore, or defense in general.
Well, I'll answer that.
Well, she know her basketball.
I agree. Defense is definitely taking a step back in basketball. More guys are worried about what the game can do for them instead of actually loving the game. You see so many guys scoring 30 points and all this stuff. Yeah, these guys are very talented, but the competitive nature of stopping your guy, studying scouting reports and knowing what your guy like to do. Like I know I probably wouldn't stop shy, but I know he wouldn't drive left and shoot a step back the same shot all game on me. I would force him to do something different. And he might make them, but you're gonna do something different. They don't think like that no more. So you're exactly right. Defense has definitely been lost in the game today.
And I'm gonna say this, Adam Silver just put something out about like hearing the fans' complaints about defense. It's a real thing. It's a real thing. And you know why? One part that people are not realizing, sports betting is here. And every motherfucker in the world bet on sports. Even my great auntie called me, and I didn't even know her as what like to put in a prop pick. Real talk. And so what I'm saying is, when you betting on sports, that actually make you watch the game even closer. Right? If your money is tied into this and you waiting on one game and you locked in, and it's your parlay, it could be the Pacers and Hawks. No disrespect, I'm just talking about this year. It could be that they're gonna watch it. So I'm with that, and I'm also with, and y'all tell me how y'all feel. Man, I'm tired of all this 2-3 zone, 1-2-2. Man, they should take that out of there. It should be straight man to man, man. This is not, I'm not with that in the NBA. I think that is handicapping the game.
Gimmick. It's a gimmick. It lets people off the hook. But I also think, too, the one thing I do like, because I played defense for a living. That was my thing. But I feel like in the playoffs, they allow them to play a little bit more defense. So to me, that's kind of my only okay. But yeah, I completely agree. During the season, we used to call it brother-in-law defense. You score, I score. You let me score, I let you score. We just didn't come up in that era, so we don't understand it. But also at the same time, to the credit of the game has grown because of all the scoring and all the highlights you see. So it's kind of a double-edged sword, but I mean, I think to Perk's point, the commissioner understands that and understands what the fans want to see, the purists want to see, so hopefully we'll get some rule changes or allow more stuff to get us back to more of a defensive battle. Thank you for your question.
My name is Swoop, blame Swoop to be exact. So how you guys doing? So proud of you all, seriously. And congratulations on everything. My hot take is, so I'm from Cleveland, Ohio.
Oh boy.
Born and raised. And honestly, you know, Shedeur coming to the city literally feels like when Bron arrived.
Wow.
There's a I mean, if you've ever been to Cleveland, you know it's cold, it's gray, but the energy that's there now feels like when Bron entered the city. The economy feels different. People are building things and, you know, want to bring companies there. My hot take is that the Cleveland Browns will be Super Bowl champions within 5 years.
Ooh. Not with that coaching staff.
I disagree with your hot take, but I want that make sure y'all recorded every single thing he just said. Because for all the people that gave me shit about what I said about him being the most powerful black man, powerful athlete in sports right now, it's certain athletes
Move the needle.
that change the economy, right? We saw Giannis in Milwaukee. He changed the economy.
He's
Steph,
going to New York, by the way, ain't he?
I mean, if he stopped being a coward.
Damn.
No, I'm just saying, and I respect Giannis, but man, like, bro, just say you want out, bro. You want out, and it's okay.
It's okay.
Guess what? It's okay, and no one should be mad. He's gave everything and more to that city, but just say it. Let's not with this roller coaster. But I disagree with the hot take.
Respect.
I agree with you.
Uh-oh.
I agree. I think if they get rid of the coaching staff, a lot has to happen, though. A lot has to happen for them to win it in 5 years. They got to get rid of the coach and actually give Shedeur the keys where he's not looking over his shoulder. If a couple things like that happen, get another receiver in there, I think they can because their defense is good enough.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's management's job to put the pieces around him. They already got a good defense. And again, to Stak's point, he's not having to second guess himself and look over his shoulder. I think it's only been 3 games, and we're not saying he's a savior, but he's the best thing they have for sure. And to Perk's point, this guy moves the needle. So we obviously wish him the best.
So like this whole media thing, right? There's so many areas going in there, so many beefs inside of this media. I got to get y'all input on this and how y'all feel about certain situations, because we hadn't got a chance to chop it up in a minute. Like, I see the K. Martin, Draymond. I'm completely on Kenyon Martin's side, right? Like, real talk, because I feel where he's coming from. You know, it's certain language that shouldn't be used when you talk about guys that made it to the NBA, right? I feel like anytime you made it, you shouldn't be called an underachiever or a bust or whatever that is. If you made it, you made it, right? But I want to know, like, there's so many beefs going on inside the media people beefing with media people, man. How y'all feel about that? Seriously.
Well, I'll start off. For me, a lot of the stuff with basketball players, that's healthy, because what basketball player don't think he was better than another?
Facts.
Now, I come with receipts with mine. You know what I'm saying? Facts over feelings. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people say a lot of things, but they don't have no facts behind it. But at the end of the day, it's fun, because that's just like you in the gym, and the guy telling you, I can beat you, no, you can't. You know what I'm saying? So that's all fun. When it gets to the point where you're disrespecting people's families, when you're making it personal and not by basketball, and you're trying to take it elsewhere, that's when it becomes a problem. But I think for the most part, we have enough respect in our show, and we show so much love that we don't ever have to get to that point. You know what I'm saying? Because even when Nick was saying the things about me, the first thing I said, well, it ain't no beef, because it's certain people that can't compete with me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, there's levels to this. So, but the competition, the talk, the back and forth, it's all good, as long as it stays, you know what I'm saying?
Basketball.
Yeah, as long as it stay basketball.
What you say,
Yeah,
man?
Perk, I've turned over a new leaf, so I don't have no beefs. I love everybody.
Oh, yeah. And look,
Yeah.
this is my whole
This
thing.
ain't the show to have beef with either.
You
Let me
know
throw
what?
that out there.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. This is my thing with everything, from the network, the platforms that I'm on, even with y'all. Like, the thing is that we got to start doing a better job of holding people accountable
Hell
with
yeah.
shit that
Bullshit they say.
it's bullshit they say. But let's not turn basketball and sports into TMZ and CNN. Right. Like, I don't want to keep hearing the fucking reportings on Chauncey Billups and Damon Jones and Terry Rozier. Okay, it came out, cool, bet. Something else happened a month later, didn't address it. But I don't want to kill, I don't give a fuck about no write-ups. I don't want to hear no deep dives. Bill Simmons said something the other day that it came across where it was like, Bill Simmons said, like, you know, the Hornets knew about the investigation. That's why they traded. How you know? Like, that's speculation. Like, that ain't covering the game of basketball, man. That's like, if you go do that, man, go work for, you know what I'm saying, crime scenes as a homicide or some shit. It's getting ridiculous. Keep it sport, though, for real.
Go ahead, man.
I just think, too, and I said it the other day, anonymous sources. I'm not with anonymous sources. If you going to talk some shit, put your motherfucking name on it. Anonymous sources are across the board, sports, life, whatever it is. I'm not like, if you have something to say it. You know, don't hide behind anonymous sources. That bothers me.
Well, I don't pat us on the back often, but I'm glad we never dove into demeaning people to make ourselves look better. That's one thing our show take pride on. We give flowers, and too many people look forward to that. If you demean somebody, it makes you look better. That's definitely not the way to success, and I hope we've been an example of that.
Again, Perk, we appreciate your time today, man. Thank you very much. Give it up for Perk.
It's time for DraftKings Pick 6. This week, Cavs versus Bulls. I feel like Donovan Mitchell will have more points than the DraftKings Pick 6 slate has him at. Last game, Wolves versus Grizzly, and I feel like Anthony Edwards will have more points than the DraftKings Pick 6 has him slated at.
This episode is brought to you by Roe. Sometimes the subtle signs are there. A lingering kiss, a secret touch when no one's watching. These expressions of affection aren't random. They're a guy's cue. It's a sign to take his Roe Sparks. Roe Sparks is a 2-in-1 prescription treatment for guys who need a secret weapon. After Roe Sparks dissolves under your tongue, they work on an average at about 15 minutes. Forget waiting around for those old school pills to kick in. These get to your bloodstream faster, so you'll be ready to perform with less wait time. With Roe Sparks, guys have better control in bed, which means better pleasure for your partner. If approved, treatment ships directly to your door. Roe connects guys with medical providers 100% online, so there's no awkward in-person conversations. If prescribed, new sexual health patients get $15 off their first order of Roe Sparks on a recurring plan. Connect with the provider at roe.co/smoke to find out if a prescription for Roe Sparks is right for you. That's roe.co/smoke for $15 off your first order on a recurring plan. Compounded drugs are permitted to be prescribed under federal law, but are not FDA approved and do not undergo FDA safety, effectiveness, or manufacturing review. For more safety information, go to roe.co/safety-info.
Get ready for Jake versus Joshua, Judgment Day.
A global showdown shaking the world of boxing.
Jake and Gallo de Dorado Por, the WBA's number 14th cruiserweight and the sport's biggest disruptor,
steps in the ring against Britain's own Anthony A.J. Joshua, the two-time unified heavyweight world champion and Olympic gold medalist.
This 8-round heavyweight mega fight pits Jake's swagger and superstardom
against Joshua's power, precision, and legacy.
It's youth versus experience.
Fame versus force.
The biggest test of Jake Paul's career in a battle that can redefine modern boxing.
Watch Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua Friday, December 19th, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Live on Netflix.
Big wins on the horizon with Corona and DraftKings this hoop season. Head over to DraftKings.com/Corona to play free. Take your shot at a share of $35,000 in 7 free-to-play pools during the return of basketball. Contest starts October 21st and ends December 25th. So enter now to get in on the action. Eligibility restrictions apply. Must be 21 plus to enter. Void in Virginia and where prohibited. See DraftKings.com/Corona for details. Relax responsibly. Corona Extra Beer. Imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Let's meet the man that's behind Threads. Let's welcome to the stage right now, Connor Hayes.
Thanks for being here.
So Connor, you're the head of Threads now. It's been doing that for about 4 months. How's that experience been? And take us back a little bit how the concept of Threads came about.
Yeah, I was part of the team that built Threads originally, and then kind of took a little detour and came back a few months ago. But there's always just been this big demand, like ever since the internet, came out, for people to take their interests online and talk about them with other people, and find other people that are as big of fanatics about whatever topic it is that they might be. And so obviously there's been apps, Reddit and Twitter and things like that in the past that have done really well here, but we really saw this opening as Meta to compete in that space. And so that was the early stages of Threads, is how can we do this, do it in a little bit of a different way, make it feel like it came from Meta, came from Instagram. And it's been an awesome couple of years ever since we launched it. The last 4 months have been great though. The big thing for us right now is focusing on these interest-based communities, basketball being a huge one of them. So that took off organically in the very beginning. Basketball and NBA discussion was always one of the first things that people took to. I remember the weekend before we launched, we let in a bunch of partners to the app. And I had like Mark Cuban. The Mavericks had just signed Seth Curry. And Seth Curry signed up and posted something, and Mark Cuban replied to him, and I was like, all right, we got one. This is gonna be good. Right. When you see people interacting like that. And for the last few months, we've been just trying to do more and more. So we've added these podcast features, the NBA Threads community, and there's a lot more to come.
Love that. Congratulations. When you look around this room and see all the Threads creators in here, you're sitting up on the stage talking about it. Like, what's the first thing that comes to mind for you?
First thing comes to mind is like, how did this happen? Because you guys probably can relate to this, having built your whole company up, but when you start out, it's like a few people with an idea just kind of sitting around in a room with laptops, and you're like, what could we do? And you throw out some big idea of, we could be the biggest in the space someday, but when it starts happening, and it starts happening faster than you expected to, it's kind of surreal. So appreciate you guys and everybody else for coming out.
Thank you for having us. The NBA normally dominates social media. The NFL dominates cable. Obviously, the trend is cable's kind of dying out. Where do you think Threads fits into how fans interact with the game?
We really want it to be this like second screen, whenever you're watching games live, where you can see what's happening in real time on the conversation about it. There's been a few moments like that for me this year where things really clicked when we've launched the NBA Threads community. I don't know if you guys remember, it was like the first week of the season when Wemby, it was like his first or second game, and everyone was like, oh my God, what is happening right now? And I had Threads up and was just refreshing, and people are throwing clips in there and commentary, and you see players and ex-players starting to comment on it. And his like MVP conversation kind of starts taking off. Of course, he's missed some time, but so those are the moments where we feel like it's working, and we want it to be much more like that, the second screen when you're watching something.
Love that.
You're a big-time Celtics fan.
Yes, sir.
The Celtics are surprising people this year. Y'all need my microphone? I think my voice is really in. The Celtics are surprising people this year. Sound like Barry White, don't it? Do you think Tatum's coming back?
I'm not that surprised, but because I'll tell you what, because I think Joe Mazzulla is just an absolute maniac. The third team in the East right now. I keep going around telling people that we're the third team in the East, and we were ninth like 5 days ago, so I have to calm down a little bit. But yeah, I mean, they have a bunch of really good players. They have a good system. I don't know if they're a championship team without Jayson Tatum, but we'll see.
Jaylen Brown's been playing really well. Obviously, what do you thought about his play? Because there's kind of always been normally social media back and forth. Like, is he a 1A or is he a 1B? I think he's obviously stepped in the role and has great numbers this year. What do you think about his play this year?
It's been awesome. I mean, the thing about those guys, which I really do believe, and I'm actually curious if you have any insider information, because I'm just making this up, is that they don't seem like they've ever cared about that 1A, 1B conversation. It's just always been a partnership of like, let's go win some basketball games. So I think in any other situation, there would be a conversation of like, is this threatening to Jayson Tatum? But nobody's saying that because it's clear that they love playing together. But yeah, Jalen's been great. I think the big thing has just been on the defensive side of the ball too. This dude Jordan Walsh has been like insane, and it's setting up a bunch of transition that works for him. But the craziest thing that I was checking out recently is they are like one of the slowest teams in the league on pace, but one of the top for three-pointers made, which just shows that they're committed to the three and they're working it into half court. And so it seems like that's working for them.
Now, what are your thoughts? Obviously, being a Celtics fan, Jayson Tatum is ahead of schedule. If you were the GM or the person who made decisions over there, maybe the president, would you bring him back next year, or do you think that he needs to relax and wait till next season?
I mean, I want to say, get him back tomorrow. You know? I don't know. I feel like they'll figure that out. But there was a video of him today doing one-on-one drills. I mean, that's different than doing a 7-game playoff series, of course. But I don't know. I feel like he will come back this year. I think it's kind of pointing in that direction. My sense is that if they were 5-15 right now, he probably wouldn't. But the fact that they're overperforming seems like he probably will.
They always make that decision depending on how the team is coming up after All-Star break. They're gonna make the same one with Kyrie as well.
Right.
The good thing about your team, your star player got his haircut situation together. That was kind of rough for a minute.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to play
I
like
definitely
that.
saw some.
AI's getting crazy. I'll tell you.
Shout out Jaylen Brown, that's little bro. Who wins this best of 7? 86 Celtics, Bird, Mikal, Parrish, Ainge, Dennis Johnson, or the 2008 Celtics, KG, Paul, Rondo, Ray, and Perk?
Oh, wait. Easy. There's who's guarding Kevin Garnett on that team? Nobody.
No, I agree. I don't think Mikal and them were fast
Robert
enough.
Parrish?
I guess the Chief might give him some trouble.
I think the advantage would be at point guard.
Rondo.
For me, yes.
Kendrick Perkins one time put on Threads, it was like, who's your all-time starting 5 or something like that? And my response was Rondo.
Yeah, he's a monster.
Yeah.
What's your favorite memory as a Celtics fan?
Summer 2024, I got to go to Game 5 when they won the championship against Dallas, which was awesome. I've never been in a sports moment like the Payton Pritchard end of the first half, like 3/4 court shot. I thought I was going to go deaf. My wife was there with me, and we were like, I have a photo of her cheering, and the security guard is like behind her. Like, you're not supposed to do that when you're working security at the game, but the whole arena went crazy. It was great.
I love that. I heard you have an announcement about some new features in the basketball community. You want to share those?
This is so we have the NBA Threads community. You can join and tag your posts into it. It's been going really well so far. Upcoming in the next week or so, we're going to be rolling out a couple things to recognize people that are in those communities. One of them is actually giving people like badges and titles when they're good at starting conversations, when they're like a top contributor to the community, things like that, so they can show that off. And the other, which I think is really important, is being able to add your favorite team as flair. Because nothing's worse on the internet than when you're like arguing with someone and they're like, Scotty Barnes is a top 5 player, and they don't have the Raptors flair. You're like, what is their bias? So now it will have the Raptors flair next to it, and you can understand who you're dealing with.
What's your biggest advice for creators on how best to utilize Threads?
The number one thing I always say when people are getting started is to just focus on replying and showing people that you're there. A lot of folks, you guys probably have experienced this a bit too, get on the platform and they're used to creating media content. They're video content creators or they're podcast content creators, and they have a keyboard in front of them and they're like, I don't know what to say. But if you scroll your feed for 5, 10, 15 minutes, you're gonna see some things that you have an opinion on. And starting to weigh in on those and reply to people, we tend to show that off to folks that are in the app. And so then they might not even follow you, but they're saying, Kendrick Perkins asked who your top 5 players. If you responded with your take right now, it starts going out to everybody and you can build an audience that way.
$1 million question. MJ, Kobe, Bron, rank them.
Right now?
Rank.
Yeah, duh.
Bron right now.
Rank them.
On the spot.
No, I think Michael Jordan is the best player ever.
Good job.
I don't even know why that's a debate.
I'm proud of you for saying that.
Yeah.
And now the next 2 positions are the hard positions. Who do you have behind him?
Number 2 ever?
Yeah.
Probably Bill Russell.
Oh, you put Bill Russell in there. Is that some Celtics bias?
Maybe.
Sheesh.
Oh, LeBron, usually they have 2, huh?
Or Kobe.
No.
I mean, it just kind of depends.
No, I think your top 5 is in, I'll say it in no particular order: Jordan, Russell, LeBron, Kobe. Some people have Wilt. I wouldn't put him in there. And then I'd probably have Magic or Bird.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a pretty solid, rounded out 5.
I have a surprise for you.
Oh,
guys.
well,
This is my original 2008 championship T-shirt.
And Perk is on
but
there.
They did him very dirty on the
Did they?
caricature. And I want everyone. Can you find him? It's hard to even know which one.
Down here in the corner.
Yeah, exactly.
Perk, you got a strong ass face.
I'm trying to think what he look like.
Hey, that's Slim Perk right there.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what it is?
You gotta come see this, man.
Perk, come up, man. Perk.
I don't know if
Make
the
your way
artist.
up.
I don't know if the artist signed this, but
I mean, what are the chances that you're a huge Celtics fan and then we just happen to grab a championship center from the 08 team?
It's the greatest franchise in sports. So
There you go.
Thanks for coming.
And again, we really want to thank the whole Meta team for putting this together, our team for collabing with them, Threads. We appreciate you guys. We look forward to continuing to do a great business with you guys. All the hot take people, we appreciate you guys. And like I said,
some great
some of you
questions.
creators, let's get together, man. Let's work.
Link up. Let's link
Appreciate
up.
y'all.